You are watching GNN and this is Top 10 FPS Games. Halo Reach. Halo Reach is a first-person shooter video game developed by Bungie and published by Microsoft Game Studios for the Xbox 360 home video game console. The sixth installment in the Halo series, Reach was released worldwide in September 2010. The game takes place in the year 2552, where humanity is locked in a war with the alien covenant. Players control Noble 6, a member of an elite super soldier squad, when the human world known as Reach falls under covenant attack. Medal of Honor, Allied Assault. Medal of Honor, Allied Assault is a 2002 first-person shooter video game developed by 2015. Incorporated. It was published by EA Games and officially released for Microsoft Windows on January 22, 2002 in North America and on February 15, 2002 in Europe. Aspyr published the Mac OS X version released in August 2002. An incomplete Linux version was also released in 2004. Allied Assault is the third game in the Medal of Honor series. It is the first game in the series for Microsoft Windows, and the only game in the series with expansion packs. The game uses the Attack 3 engine, with modifications from Heavy Metal, FAKK, to simulate infantry combat in the European and North African theaters during World War II. In the spring of 2014, GameSpy announced the shutdown of their master servers, which were responsible for MAA's in-game server browser. Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is an action role-playing first-person shooter video game developed by Gearbox Software and published by 2K Games. It is the second game in the Borderlands series and a sequel to 2009's Borderlands. The game was released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and OS X on September 18, 2012. It was ported to the PlayStation Vita on May 13, 2014, and released for Linux on September 30, 2014. As with the first game, Borderlands 2 allows players to complete a campaign consisting of central quests and optional side missions as one of 4 treasure seekers, vault hunters, on the planet Pandora. Key gameplay features from the original game, such as online collaborative campaign gameplay, randomly generated loot, such as weapons and shields, and character building elements commonly found in role-playing video games are in Borderlands 2. Call of Duty, Black Ops. Call of Duty, Black Ops is a first-person shooter video game, developed by Treyarch and published by Activision. It was released worldwide on November 9, 2010 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Wii consoles, with a separate version for Nintendo DS developed by InSpace. Announced on April 30, 2010, the game is the 7th installment of the Call of Duty series. It is also the first to be set in the Cold War, the third in the series to be developed by Treyarch, and is the sequel to Call of Duty: World at War. Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is an open-world action-adventure first-person shooter video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft for Microsoft Windows, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. The game was released on November 29, 2012 in Australia, November 30 in Europe, and December 4 in North America. A standalone expansion titled Far Cry 3: Blood Dragon was released on April 30, 2013. Far Cry 3 is set on a tropical island between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. After a vacation goes awry, protagonist Jason Brody must save his friends, who have been kidnapped by pirates, and escape from the island and its unhinged inhabitants. Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 is a first-person shooter video game developed by EA DICE and published by Electronic Arts. It is the 15th installment in the Battlefield series, and the first main entry in the series since Battlefield 4. The game was released worldwide for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on October 21, 2016. Battlefield 1 received mostly positive reviews by critics and was seen as an improvement over previous installments Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline. Most of the praise was directed towards its World War I theme, multiplayer modes, visuals, sound design, and single-player campaign. Overwatch. Overwatch is a team-based multiplayer first-person shooter video game developed and published by Blizzard Entertainment. It was released in May 2016 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Overwatch puts players into 2 teams of 6, with each player selecting one of several predefined hero characters with unique movement, attributes, and abilities. These heroes are divided into 4 classes: offense, defense, tank and support. Players on a team work together to secure and defend control points on a map and/or escort a payload across the map in a limited amount of time. Players gain cosmetic rewards that do not affect gameplay, such as character skins and victory poses, as they continue to play in matches. The game was launched with casual play, while Blizzard added competitive ranked play about a month after launch. Additionally, Blizzard has developed and added new characters, maps, and game modes post-release, while stating that all Overwatch updates will remain free, with the only additional cost to players being microtransactions to earn additional cosmetic rewards. Doom. Doom is a first-person shooter video game developed by id Software and published by Bethesda Softworks. A reboot of the Doom series, it is the 4th title in the main series and the first major installment therein since the release of Doom 3 in 2004. The game was released worldwide on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on May 13, 2016. The game is powered by a Tech 6. The game is played entirely from a first-person perspective, with players taking the role of an unnamed Marine, as he battles demonic forces from hell that have been unleashed by the Union Aerospace Corporation on a feature-set colonized planet Mars. The gameplay returns to a faster pace with more open-ended levels, closer to the first 2 games rather than the slower survival horror approach taken by Doom 3. It also features environment traversal, character upgrades, and the ability to perform executions on enemies known as glory kills. The game also supports an online multiplayer component and a level editor known as Snap Map, both co-developed with id Software by certain Affinity and Escalation Studios respectively. Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite is a first-person shooter video game developed by Irrational Games and published by 2K Games. It was released worldwide for the Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360 platforms on March 26, 2013. An OS X port by Aspiro was later released on August 29, 2013 and a Linux port was released on March 17, 2015. Infinite is the 3rd installment in the Bioshock series, and though it is not immediately part of the storyline of previous Bioshock games, it features similar gameplay concepts and themes. Irrational Games and creative director Ken Levine based the game's setting on historical events at the turn of the 20th century, such as the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition, and based the story on the concept of American exceptionalism, while also incorporating influences from more recent events at the time such as the 2011 Occupy movement. CounterStrike, Global Offensive. CounterStrike, Global Offensive, abbreviated as CSGO, is a multiplayer first-person shooter video game developed by Hidden Path Entertainment and Valve Corporation. It is the 4th game in the main CounterStrike franchise. CounterStrike, Global Offensive was released for Microsoft Windows, OS X, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3 in August 2012, with a Linux version being released in September 2014. It features classic content, such as revamped versions of classic maps, as well as brand new maps, characters and game modes. Cross-platform multiplayer was planned between Windows, OS X, Linux, and PlayStation 3 players, but was ultimately limited to Windows, OS X, and Linux because of the difference in update frequency between systems. If you like the video, leave a like, comment and subscribe for more videos every day.
It's Friday. Thank God, little homie, it's Friday. Let me get it on a Friday. Thank God, little homie, it's Friday.